Hey, what's going on, people? So, here's a question. Mostly for the ladies, and I know this is going to get a lot of comments, but whatever comments come, hey, it is what it is. So, question is for the ladies. What is the reason for leaving the dude on red? And I don't know, there's probably a multitude of reasons why, but I'm trying to see if there are actually valid reasons why. Because I feel like a lot of ladies out there leave a lot of potential dudes, I guess, who are maybe they're looking for a relationship with based on the fact of they could possibly, I guess, have someone better or someone who appears to be better. Or maybe they, I guess, dealing with certain situations that they can't pull themselves away from, even if it's for the possibility of a potential mate or just even having a dope connection with a person. I mean, because all interactions, I mean, between us and as far as like the men and women, like they don't always end to the greatest of outcomes. But I mean, whatever it is, you learned your lesson from it. I mean, and hopefully it makes you a better person after doing. So, because of course, what don't kill you make you stronger, right? But to me, as a person who's in the dating game, I was always wondered what could possibly be. I guess maybe the number one reason. I mean, if there's like a top 10 reason or a top 10, I guess, how can I say, a top 10 valid reasons, I guess, for why you would necessarily ignore a guy. I mean, I mean, unless he's like just overall disrespectful or something like that, or just says something that's way out of pocket. I mean, yeah, that would be to me, I guess, a valid reason. But I think if anyone in my friends list or anyone just in general can answer that question, I think a lot of fellas would get maybe a different perspective on maybe I guess who we decide to spend our time with, and then of course maybe then that'll give us certain, I guess, avenues or certain other methods that can apply to us when we deal with whatever people we deal with, as far as like women. Or maybe there's certain things about us we can change that we can't necessarily, well, we can necessarily change, sorry, about us so that a lot more of us I can get, I guess, a better turnout, I guess. Yeah, that's the word. A better turnout. As far as, dealing with certain women. Because I feel like certain shit that y'all do, like leaving the dude on red, I think a lot of y'all will complain a lot less if y'all actually figured out that maybe the person you're dealing with is probably a piece of shit from the first time you actually deal with them. Because I feel like a lot of us don't fact check. Well, a lot of women don't fact check the dudes that they're with, which is why I think a lot of them end up in situations where they're pregnant with about starting five and about two substitutes. Basically saying you got about like 7 kids, but you still not married and stuff like that, or maybe you end up with like bad credit because a dude used up all your shit and you didn't realize he was a piece of shit from the beginning because you didn't pay attention to those signs. Because I feel like certain women don't pay attention to those signs and end up in those situations because of the fact that they ignored what was literally like right in front of their face. Hey, I mean, because it couldn't have been more obvious, and if it was more obvious, it probably would have been I don't know, in your pocketbook or something like that, or just right there in front of you when you look in the mirror. Because if you see the red flags from the get go, you usually lower your risk of dealing with certain situations, and just necessarily just cut them out to where you ain't got to deal with no extra stress or no extra financial issues or any extra baggage. So, if anybody can answer the question, I'd really like to see what y'all perspective on that is. Because I feel like a lot of y'all motherfuckers would be lonely if y'all actually investigate with who you're dealing with. So, I'm just saying, have a little bit more due diligence with that. But also, like I said, this is more of just an investigative video to find out why I guess a brother can be left on red, even if he does deserve it or he doesn't deserve it. But I feel like y'all do that to more people who don't deserve it, though. That's just my opinion on it. So with that being said, until the next video, peace.